YouTube's heading up the coast. It's super windy today, so we'll see how the audio comes out. If the audio sucks, I'll have to do a voiceover. But I had some questions on some last videos that I figured I'll just answer them doing a vlog on the motorcycle. Mix it up a little bit. You can check out some of the scenery out here. It's we're almost getting into our summer pattern on the coast here. Usually September, October, and early November we have stellar weather on the coast. Right now in August we're still in a summer pattern because the weather inland is still hot, so the mornings here are going to be socked in with fog, the marine layer overcast, somewhere around 55, 56 degrees. Around 11 or 12, that marine layer sucks back out to the ocean, and we'll be between 70 and 80 degrees depending on the day. So, and right now there's a front that came through, so the wind picked up. So you can see out in the ocean, it's all chopped up, super windy, and that's summertime on the coast out here for a lot of California. So I had a question was, hey Dave, do a video on how you got in the trade and why you like refrigeration more than commercial or residential HVAC. And the honest answer is I don't like refrigeration more than commercial HVAC or even residential. I did both of those for a long time, especially early in my career, and then before I got the job at the university. And I enjoyed the 10 years that I did the commercial HVAC with all the package units and the chillers. It was great, man. So after doing like 15 years of refrigeration and being on call, to go to a mechanical shop and not have a pager or an on-call schedule blew my mind. I was like, are you kidding me? We're not on call? They're all like, no, we're not on call. We're Monday through Friday. And it was absolutely amazing. And, you know, depending, if you're getting in this trade, depending on, if you have your house in order and you don't have a ton of bills and you got your S together, I'd go the HVAC route over refrigeration. Especially like if your spouse is a nurse or something and you got good money coming in with both incomes, I would do the HVAC route over the refrigeration route. But, you know, if you're strapped and you know, for example, you got a couple kids and your wife wants to stay home with the kids, instead of you paying a bunch of money every month for someone to beat your kids and yell at your kids, you'd rather do it yourself and raise them yourself. And it could be you staying at home and your wife going to work and being a refrigeration technician, whichever. There's a lot more money to be had in the refrigeration side of it because of the overtime and the hours. You know, you're going to work a ton and you're going to get called out, you're going to be on call. And that was the route that I chose. Now, when I got the job at the university, I chose to do the refrigeration for the second job because I knew all the restaurants, I knew all the people, I knew the equipment, pretty decent at it, had a good feel for it, and I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, I totally enjoy it. And I knew I had a good niche and it would work out good for me. So that's why I do the refrigeration thing. And but if I had to pick an everyday career and I wasn't doing a side hustle or whatever, yeah, I would go the commercial HVAC route for sure. But I did enjoy all my customers when we did commercial and residential, because we did a lot of residential heating too. There's not a lot of residential air conditioning in my area because of the coastal climate zone. If you don't know what that is, if you've never been out to California on the coast, it really doesn't get that hot out here. So the houses don't have air conditioning, but the business A lot of the businesses do, especially the office businesses. And now more of the restaurants are starting to add air conditioning, just because the weather patterns of the earth, whether you want to believe it or not, are changing. And I'm not going to get into the political part of that or whatever. It's just everything's secular, whatever. And there was dinosaurs on the earth, and the earth was hot, and then there was an ice age, so whatever. But we're definitely adding air conditioning into restaurants that have been in business for 30 years that never had air conditioning. So this is a little town of Davenport right here. This is really slick. It's weird though, man. The old Whalers Cafe, man. I think they caved into COVID. They're just working weekends. It's weird. Oh, I like this guy's wind generator. He's recharging his batteries right now in his motorhome. Yeah. So now I forgot what I was talking about. Hey, look, a squirrel. But the refrigeration gig is cool. The HVAC part's cool. We could talk about how I got into the trade. So after high school, I had a job driving forklift. I was sacking groceries at the local grocery store. Then I got a job stacking boxes at this plant. Worked my way from stacking boxes to driving the forklift. And then I ended up running the machine that made the plastic bags where you get like your frozen fruits or vegetables. You know, it was called a polybag machine. And then I ran that machine. And I had a dear friend of mine called me up one day and said, hey, we need guys at work, do you want to come and try this out? And of course my first thing was, how much does it pay? And back then it was $10 an hour. And I was like, well crap, that's probably more than my mom makes. It might be more than the stepdad makes. I'm in, let's rock and roll. And I didn't know squat. Yeah, I could change the inner tube on my bicycle, and I could change the oil in my truck to go surfing. And I think I could do my brake pads back then, but probably not much more. And the shop that my friend worked at hired me and trained me. And there was tons of old guys that worked there that were just epic mechanics that did stuff the old school way and taught us up right how to do refrigeration. We did more than refrigeration. We did commercial HVAC. We did air compressors, vacuum pumps, all kinds of gear. And those guys made sure we did the job right. And that's how I got into the trade. And that was in 1987, and I'm still doing it. And I was trying to pencil out when I'm going to retire. And I got 10 or 12 more years of doing this. Even though I've already done it for probably 34, 35 years, whatever it is, I still got 10 or 12 more years to go. It's always crack up when guys post on their videos, this summer's kicking my butt. And it's always like, yeah, well, you only got 40 more left to go. Maybe think about it. How short is that if you're lucky enough to live that long? That you're only going to do 40 summers in the trade, and you'll either be retired or dead. Oh, look at that, it's nice. And you ponder on stuff like that, and you go, that's it? Only 40 seasons? Maybe only 30 seasons? Yeah, isn't that crazy when you think about it? Oh, we're going uphill. Let's see what the Milwaukee 8 can do on an uphill pull. Oh, plenty of motor. Like 90 miles an hour right there doing nothing. And that was a 6-gear pull. My engine's stock. I haven't done anything to my engine other than an exhaust and the EPA regulated fuel tuner from Harley-Davidson. That's it. It's got plenty for my old ass. That's for sure. But that's the story of how I got into the trade and which one I like better. I mean, if I had a choice, I kind of explained it. Oh, look at the pelicans up there just sailing. That's sweet. So If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, please do. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you dislike it, hit the thumbs down. That's cool too. And we'll check you on the next one. Woo, let's get some. Harley frickin' Davidson, baby. Look at that stupid power. That's a 6-gear pull. Woohoo!